Today we're doing our Pen Pointe podcast, therapy for the soul, and we also got a special guest, Rihanna, with Relax Releaf CBD all place. Hope you guys tune in to listen to us on SoundCloud, Pen Pointe Podcast, and on Apple Music, Pen Pointe Podcast. And hope we give y'all some therapy for your soul. And here it is, some good old burgers. You know how we do it over here at Pen Pointe. Every Wednesday, y'all know it's always about the podcast, and whatever we eat, whatever we're cooking, it's always about feasting with the staff. When we at the office, we feast with the staff. When we're home, we feast with friends and family. Now, I'm Mr. Middlefield. And today we're cooking. We got the Hump Day Burger Day, and we got tater tots. We're cooking golden tater tots with it too today. So, and you know we always have a good old food spot. We got this anyway. Oh yeah, you good. Mr. Benefits with Pen Pointe Podcast. Getting ready to talk to a good guest, special guest. She's a young lady, first time in business. And on her first time in business, she opened up, her first business ever, she opened up a CBD oil place. And she was in corporate America. So now she want to show us how she all got started, how her business is, and what to do. And then tell us and educate us a little bit about the CBD oil industry. Hey, right now we're on my block, and we just walk into this block and speak to our special guest for the day, Miss Rihanna with Relax Releaf CBD oil, Health and Wellness. Hey, Mr. Benefit, peace I'm out. Today at the top of the week, we're going to be talking to a guest here who has a CBD oil. Everybody know about the CBD oil that's been going around. It's real big up in California, Vegas, Denver, Colorado, all those places. But again, today at Pen Pointe Podcast, we have a guest here, and her name is Miss Rihanna. We're going to talk to her in a minute, but y'all know at the podcast, we always do us a smoked scotch. So I'm going to take it out of here. I smoked it. I'm going to taste it, make sure it's enough smoke. Yeah, it is. Okay. Get a little bit more smoke up in there. So we're going to drop right on into this podcast. Like y'all know, Pen Pointe Podcast, we always talk about business. And the business that we love to speak about is real estate. Real estate, whether it's investing, whether it's about loans, whether it's about fixing, flipping, whether it's about commercial, leasing, just all things real estate, which is what Pen Pointe always talk about, because that's what Pen Pointe do, all things real estate. So today in business about Pen Pointe Podcast, we're going to speak to a Miss Rihanna and speak to her about her business in the CBD oil industry. A young lady, I believe it's her first business?
First business, yes.
All right, the first business. Hey, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hey guys, I'm Rihanna Wilcox, owner of Relax and Relief CBD Health and Wellness, and I'm happy to be on the show today.
All right, so we're going to get right on in there and start talking to this boss lady over here. That's correct?
That's
boss
right,
lady?
boss lady.
All right now. So tell me, what made you want to start your own business first? And what was your career prior to this business?
So I have been in corporate America for about 15 years in supply chain, right? So I've worked for apparel companies, I've worked for medical device companies, I've worked for automotive, but basically getting people's products to the United States into the hands of the end user.
The end user?
Yep, the end user is the customer. So.
Okay, to the consumers.
That's right.
Okay. And so, you did this for 15 years.
I did.
You don't look that old. Well, I know y'all women don't want to tell y'all later.
I'm not, so don't ask.
So again, what made you start and say, hey, I'm
tired of corporate America. I want to start my own business. Because one thing we talk about on Pen Pointe podcast is a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs, and having an understanding. Are you an employer or an employee? Because there's a big distinguishment there.
Right.
A lot of people want to be entrepreneurs. A lot of people try to sell people things that make them think that they're entrepreneurs, and then they, on top of making them think that, they always want to charge them a fee or sell them something at the end of the year, at the end of that, you know what they be doing, them seminars, at the end of that seminar. So, you didn't go through any of that, did you?
I did not. So I would say initially, I was definitely an employee. I had an employee mindset, right? I was excited to be coming to work. I was excited to make a change. I was excited to do something different. But then 15 years went on down the line, started having kids, got married, and I felt like, you know, I've developed a lot of skills. I've developed a lot of knowledge, and I can do some of this stuff myself. And the question was, but what is it that I want to do?
Oh, so it's really, the question is now that I'm going to ask, at that particular time, you said, what is it that I want to do?
Exactly.
But then, how did you know about going about doing it before you even knew what it was you're going to do?
So I feel like for most people, including myself, right, you stop pondering for a long time. It could be years where you start kind of getting uncomfortable with the space that you're in, right? So during that time period, you start researching, you start seeing what's out there, you start thinking about what are your talents, right? And that's how I discovered mine. I'm somebody that's always looked for a natural alternative to something, right? Even when I have my kids, I wanted no drugs, right? If I have a headache, I would just wait for the headache to go away than taking a Tylenol. So I was always looking for a natural alternative. And then my father got sick with cancer. So I started really digging. I had a friend that passed away from cancer. So I started digging into...
I had a mother and a brother pass away. My brother just passed in November from cancer.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. Yeah, cancer is it's something. But when my dad was going through his treatment, right, I started looking at what's out there that's natural that can help with some of the symptoms that when he was going through chemo, and I kind of found CBD. And CBD, you started seeing it pop up everywhere. Like I say, in 2018, I started seeing signs. When I was driving, I would see signs. I started seeing stores pop up, and I had no idea what it was. So I started looking into it. We started using the products, started figuring out, like, this stuff actually works. The benefits actually works. Started going into the stores, started talking to the owners, started visiting different states and talking to the CBD stores out there, because of course California, they're more advanced than we are here in Georgia. Colorado is more advanced than we are in Georgia. So once I kind of collected that knowledge, I brought it here to Swanee.
When you say you've been riding around, so let me ask you something. Where are you from?
So honestly, my family is from Liberia, right? So I have Liberian roots. And then...
You ever been to Liberia?
I have. I visited Liberia in 2018 for the first time. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful country, right? But I was raised in Atlanta, all over Atlanta. Started off in Vine City, to College Park, to Stone Mountain, and now here I am in Gwinnett County.
Oh, okay. Okay. How you like it out in Gwinnett County?
It's nice, really nice with a family.
And I see you got your business out here as well.
That's right. That's right.
So what inspired you? I kind of get it. But what inspired you into the CBD movement? I understand you say you was riding around looking, you was tired of the 15-year corporate, and you wanted to say, hey, I want to do something different.
Right.
Even my career.
Exactly.
Because you could open up a business into the career that you developed and well skilled at.
Very true.
So
for me, I wanted out completely, right?
Completely out the industry?
Yeah, out of the supply chain field, right? I've been doing it for a while. I wanted to change. So with CBD, like I said, I was talking to people, and of course, I'm not a rich woman, right? So I had to think about what resources do I have. And
rich in spirit.
There you go. But I had to figure out, what can I get into fairly easy that won't break me. I'm already grown. I already have a mortgage. I already have kids and everything like that. So I had to think smart. I had to be wise about my decision. And again, I had to find something that fit me, that I truly believed in. So CBD was it.
CBD was it. So let me ask you something. You ever smoke marijuana?
I have.
Smoke good marijuana?
I have, but honestly, I'm not a smoker. I'm not a smoker like that.
But hold on, I think they got a lot of different names for marijuana now. When we was coming up, it was red hair, says skunk, you know, all those different type of names. But however, that was marijuana you could smoke and you could still see yourself and understand yourself. The marijuana now got so potent now, got a lot of THC. So bring me to this next question. What is the difference between CBD, which everybody think is marijuana, and marijuana? What's the difference between the two, CBD oil or CBD period, and marijuana? How can one distinguish it who's less educated about it? Because everybody think is when you got a CBD spot, you selling marijuana.
Right. And we actually have the plant in our logo. But the difference is marijuana has a lot of THC. And then you have hemp, right? Hemp is the cousin plant to marijuana. So hemp is really high in CBD and super low in THC, while marijuana is high in THC and low in CBD. THC is the component that makes you high. So if you're deriving your CBD out of hemp, you're getting the medicinal benefits without the high that's associated with THC in the marijuana plant.
The municipal benefits, but you're not getting high.
But you're not getting high.
So let me rephrase it. Who the hell want to smoke some hemp?
A lot of people, but you don't just smoke it. You know?
What do it do for you?
So you can actually put it in creams, skincare, edibles, which would be your gummies. You have it in teas, you have it in coffees, and then you have the oils, right?
They got all that in marijuana.
It does, but the difference is there's a lot of people out here who they're not trying to get high. They're trying to solve an issue, right? It could be inflammation within the body. It could be PTSD. It could be inflammation underneath the skin that causes eczema. There's a lot of illnesses here that marijuana does help support, but a lot of people, they don't want to get high. They're trying to fix an issue, and that's where hemp and CBD comes into play.
Well, I noticed, I was reading some DMX when he just passed. DMX just passed, and it says something about he gave, because he was having issues, and I don't want to misquote the article, but it says something about he gave what he was taking CBD for whatever issue that he was having. He donated it to to the public or something like that. Like I said, I don't want to misquote it, but it was something very honorable that he did with it.
Right.
Even in his last days of time, he wanted to make sure the world know that hey, I was having issues,
Right.
and this CBD helped me with my issues.
Right.
So, do you have products like that? Well, people could come to, like, if they hurt, or I believe if you have a drug issue, drug addiction issue, or something. I know you say inflammation. What kind of product you have that can help them with that issue? Like, obviously, he was getting help.
Right. So I didn't.
And I believe Dave Chappelle got something too, right?
I'm not sure, but I mean, there's a lot of CBD product lines out there. Now, what we sell, CBD generally caters to people that's suffering from depression, anxiety, or if they're trying to, if they have a drug addiction and they're trying to wean themselves off that drug, CBD is another alternative to doing that. So with DMX, I'm not sure what product line he has, but he probably was an advocate of CBD because it does help. A lot of people who are addicted to some type of drug, you're using it to subside some form of depression or anxiety or whatever mental illnesses there are out there. So our product not only caters to people who suffer from depression or anxiety or pain and inflammation. We have tinctures, we have gummies, we have topicals, we have teas and coffees, we have multivitamins. Anyway, we have pre-rolls, we have vapes.
When you say pre-rolls.
Okay, so pre-rolls is actually the flower. So just like you would see marijuana, the actual bud, hemp actually has a flower or a bud, and it looks identical to marijuana, but it's actually hemp. So it's high in CBD, low in THC, and you can actually smoke it. So a pre-roll means it has already been put in the paper, it's already been rolled up, so all you do is pop it, burn it, and smoke it.
Right. Pop it, burn it, smoke it. Pop it, burn it, smoke it, right?
Make a little song, right?
Right. Hey, I ain't no rapper. Hey, I know in the state of Georgia, they just passed it. How long has it been legal as far as in the state of Georgia because I've noticed a lot of, back in, I want to say in 2018, I started seeing, 17 maybe, a lot of CBD oil stores pop up here and there.
That's right.
So it's legal in the state of Georgia to sell hemp
It is.
and CBD, but it's not legal to sell marijuana.
It's not legal to sell marijuana in the state of Georgia yet.
If they do make it legal,
fingers crossed, it's coming.
they make it legal, you gonna incorporate it into your revenue stream?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, in 2018, the hemp bill was passed, right? That made it legal in all 50 states.
Right.
In Georgia, last year, there was another law for people that wants to actually grow the hemp in the state of Georgia. So, in 2018, it's probably...
Are you a grower?
I am not a grower,
Yeah.
but I do work with a lot of growers.
Oh,
you know, I'm willing to go in any direction this takes me. So there has been discussions of that, but we'll see how that goes.
Now, we learned a lot about something about the CBD oil. Before I go into the business side of it, tell me everything got a niche. Like if you ask me what Pen Pointe's niche is, I would tell you commercial real estate. I will tell you our non-profit, and we help teens and young adults to teach them about financial responsibility and help them with their business. That's our niche.
Right.
What is your niche in selling the CBD oils? Like, is it a specific approach you take for this illness, or a specific approach you take towards that illness? What is the niche?
So, actually, our niche is actually CBD health and wellness, right? We do not cater to a certain illness. We cover a span of different illness. What makes Relax and Relief different is that not only do we sell products, but we offer massage services. So you can infuse that CBD oil into the massage services, right? So when you walk into our store, it's nice, it's relaxing, it's zen-like, right? You can pick up your products. And not even pick up your products, you can actually go ahead and book a massage service. So we cover medicinal issues. If you're just trying to relax and just enjoy a stress-free afternoon.
Keep going, Bob said. Go ahead.
Oh, we're running short on time?
No.
Okay. All right, yeah. So ours, when you come in, it's a different vibe than most. We have couches. We offer you teas, coffees, and water. It's really a place to relax. We got nice mood music. Just regular refreshing, cucumber, lemon type infused water.
Not no Dasani water. No.
Oh, Lord, no.
With them ingredients.
No, we don't. But speaking of that, though, we also offer sea moss. And sea moss is another popular, really it's a superfood. We offer it in capsule form. So it's really good for high blood pressure, inflammation, is mood altering. We also offer apple cider vinegar gummies, which is really good for weight loss or digestive health. So we do CBD, but we also are really expanding the product line to everything health and wellness, everything natural, everything organic, nothing synthetic, nothing subscribed, because
no pills, no nothing.
No pills, no nothing. So this is all stuff that's homegrown.
Homegrown. You don't have to answer this question if you don't want to.
Oh, Lord.
So since everything is homegrown, CBD oil, everything natural. You stated prior to, even when you was in corporate, everything natural.
Right.
Is you taking the shot?
Am I taking the shot?
Yeah.
Taking the shot.
Shot of what? Shot of that. The shot of the COVID.
Oh. I think that is a personal decision for everyone, right?
Right.
For me, I feel like I have a very strong immune system. I luckily, thank God, I wasn't, I didn't catch COVID this season, and I was exposed to COVID.
Right.
But I've always been somebody that I'm not the person that's going to go in for a I've never taken the flu vaccine. My body's able to fight those things off on its own. Again, that's my personal decision. I'm always about natural alternatives. So no, I have not taken the vaccine. No, I do not plan on taking the vaccine. We'll see how things go. But for those who have a weakened immune system, hey, do what you have to do to protect yourselves. So
you can ask me.
Did you take the flu vaccine?
Hell no.
Oh, Lord.
No flu vaccine, no COVID vaccine, no vaccine. I'm
Right.
not gonna do the vaccine. I
Right.
just have a disbelief in something that they say is for you that they discovered so fast.
Right, right.
When we all know the things that's going on in the black community right now in America right now with the black folks.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all killing us as rapid as y'all can. Just like the slavery, you know how the slavery was. They instilled the fear in you. They broke the black man in front of the family, did all that. Not to make this about that, but they did everything they could to make you inferior of them. And I feel like that's what's going on right now with all the police shootings, all the police killing.
Right.
Then here it is, you want to pay me because I seen something on television the other day and said, hey, some places are offering you money to take the vaccine.
I haven't seen that.
With the things like that, I just don't have no faith in the system like that.
Yeah.
And then whatever's meant for me is meant for me. And I've been very well thus this far.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why I'm just against it, because I just see too much hook, line, and sinker with it.
Right.
That I don't trust it. But glad to know that I just had to ask that question because and the only reason I asked that question is because of the business that you're in.
Exactly.
Now, let's get on the business side, because I always tell people, have an understanding if you are an employee or an employer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people stop what they're doing, like you did,
Right.
and they jump into business, be it a CBD oil place, be it a real estate place, be it a lot of the trucking industry. But you don't understand what comes behind the scenes of being a business owner.
Very true.
Explain that, how you know you being a business owner, not just about Relax and Relief in your CBD oil, health and wellness, but tell us why that you know you are fit for this,
Right.
and you won't go back to corporate America and look for a job.
So I feel like I had to learn a lot. Like, again, I've never owned a business, but naturally my personality, I'm very goal driven. I'm very, dedicated. And when I really say I'm going to do something, I go forth with it, right? And I'm a hard worker. And I know a lot of people like to say that, but honestly, when you become an entrepreneur and you're working your own business, you're probably putting in far more hours than you would working a regular job.
Find yourself working all
Exactly.
day.
There's no sleep. And it's always constantly on your mind, right? There's always something to do. So I would say for anybody that's looking to be an entrepreneur, it sounds good, but there's a lot of work you have to put in. And I honestly feel a lot of work that most people aren't willing to put into it. So
Are they not just not willing? They don't understand it.
and don't understand it. And you have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to talk to people. You have to be willing to network. You have to be open to failure, honestly.
Right.
So what I say is, for me, again, I know myself well enough to know that before I even made this decision, I thought about the sacrifices I would have to make, not just financially, but the time. I have a family that I'm committed to as well. So it's money, it's work, it's, sometimes taking an L and then getting up and trying again. So I would do it again in a heartbeat because I feel like this is my first business, very, very first business. So I'm still, going through growing pains. I'm still learning every single day. Even just getting licensing, finding a spot, hiring employees, paying taxes. It's a lot to it. And marketing is not as easy as it looks at all.
Right, especially with the social media.
Exactly. Everything right now is digital. There's social media, and over the years things have changed too. So definitely still learning, still growing, but again, it's gratifying. I think if you decide to take a leap into going into business for yourself, you got to ask yourself, you got to really know yourself to say, am I dedicated enough to do this? Am I open to learning? Am I willing, to fall and get back up over and over again?
Well, I know there's one thing that I spoke about, I believe on the last podcast, maybe some years ago, I'll speak about it again.
Mm-hmm.
As far as being in the business owner, understanding one thing about the business. Failure always gonna come before success.
True.
And that's just, I don't know a multimillionaire or multi-billionaire that has never failed.
Right.
You know, if you find you one that say they never failed, you find you one that either two things. They inherited the money where they didn't have to fail, but they still took losses, or one that's lying.
Right.
Because failure will meet and greet you
Absolutely.
before success, and that's just part of it. But as far as running a business back again and having the understanding of running a business, like you mentioned, payroll taxes, like you mentioned, paying the taxes, like you mentioned, have to find the right employees.
Right.
Have to, as you
Pay unemployment taxes and register for this. Yeah.
But you know the main thing is, I see, because I visited your spot and I patronize her business, by the way.
He does.
One of the things is, what people don't understand, I seen you got right, which I educate a lot of people on to try to get right, and that is, you make sure you got a sign put up. You make sure you actually got your business license.
That's right.
And you understand the distinction between the two of the business license as well as your articles, which you file with the Secretary of State.
That's right.
You want to tell them about the difference of the two? Because
So-
a lot of people think, because you incorporated yourself with the business, your LLC or Inc.
Right.
Hey, guess what? I got my business license.
Well, that was easy. That part was easy.
Right.
And I'm not the person to even speak on this. Like I said, this is my first business. I'm just getting into this, and I'm learning as I go. You know, creating an LLC, that's easy. You get online, apply, they send you your paperwork. The business license portion of it is registering with either your local county or city or local officials. But there's also other parts of it. And I mean, you would know better than I know, but
Right.
everything, and some of it became like hurdles for me. Like I got to one point, I'm like, oh great, I'm ready to open. And it's like, oh no, we need this from you. We need your state tax identification number. And then I had to go do research. Where do I find that? How do I register for that? How much is that gonna cost? So I don't think it's something, I'm not saying you have to know everything to get into a business, but I'm saying get ready for the unexpected, because that's how I kind of ran into it.
Right. Don't have to know, but disagree with don't have to know. Because you do have to know. You get with someone if you don't know. Or do the research prior to opening. Because one of the hard things about everybody in business that they don't have an understanding of is that they don't know the in and out. The only thing they see is a product. I got CBD oil. I know a lot of people want it. I'm going to sell it. But like you say, your roadblock put up and you surpass them, you got out of your options.
Right.
A lot of people don't understand that. That's so, even if you got an online business, it's hard.
And I will say, I don't know if Pen Pointe does this, but I remember when I was going through this process, and I'm like, it would be a good business idea if there was somebody out there that kind of held your hand throughout the process, that told you, hey, you need to register for this. You need to go ahead and register with the state.
Pen Pointe Foundation do.
All right.
Pen Pointe Foundation do it, and we do that with our program called the ISTB program. That's inside the business. And like I said, that was a program created because me being an underwriter and on the financing side, I get a lot of clients that complain and say they can't get a business loan or they can't get this body builder. And then when I get into it, I see why they can't.
Right.
A lot of their business is not set up right. So that is something. Actually, Pen Pointe Foundation.
That's a great.
And
that's
they
a
go
great
to.
thing.
You can always go to the website penpointefoundation.org and scroll down up on the program. You'll see the ISTB program, and we got a Bad For You program that we teach teens and young adults from 16 to 25. If they start in the business, we do help them do everything as well.
Right.
But I like to do this here. I want you to tell them, what is your website? Because do you do online orders or everything is in store?
No, we also do online orders. So the website is www.relax-relief, and relief is RELEAF.com. We are on social media. Instagram is relax, the letter N, relief, RELEAF. And then also Facebook, relax + relief, RELEAF. So check us out, definitely. We do ship directly to your home, or you can come in and visit us anytime.
And if they wanted to come and visit you, where would they visit you at?
So we are located in Swanee, Georgia, 1500 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard. We are open from 10 to 7, Tuesdays through Saturdays, and 11 through 4 on Sundays. Closed Mondays.
All right, we thank you very much, Wietta. And again, this is Miss Wietta with Relax Releaf CBD. Health and Wellness. If you guys are looking for anything, if you're painting out there, you got arthritis or any other type of illness that you do not want medical prescription for, won't you visit her? She is minority owned as well, and she left her website. You want to leave your website just one more time?
Sure. www.relax-relief, RELEAF.com.
All right. Hey, at Pen Pointe Podcast, we'll be right back at you. We're going to take us a short break. Pen Pointe Podcast always bringing to you, talking about business and everything. Hey.
Thanks for having me today, guys.
All right. Hey.